Let's do a little mom of six bodybuilding journey recap. If you have not watched the intro video to this, please go do that now. Basically, at age 37, I decided I want to pursue a 20-year goal dream of mine and compete in a bodybuilding competition. Entry level, novice level, which is like wellness or bikini. And I just did the math today, and I have 19 weeks and 3 days to prepare my body for this competition. It is currently May 1st as I record this, 2024. And the competition I desire to sign up for in Minnesota is September 14th, 2024. There's some people who have told me that is not enough time for me to prepare for this, because not only do I need to build a massive amount of muscle, I also need to lean out a ton, and I still have about 25 to 30 pounds to lose of weight that I've gained over the past 2 years. So I have a lot of work ahead of me, but I am completely up for the challenge. So I have been working out since basically middle of December of last year of 2023, very consistently, at least pretty much every day, even if it was 30 minutes, pretty much every day. Starting in like mid to end of April, I started progressing towards about 2 hours of working out per day. And then of Monday of this week, which was April 29th, I started my like protein loaded, calorie counting, strict eating regimen to prepare me for this competition. I will say on day 3, I think I literally have gained 5 pounds since I last weighed myself. And I'm like, what is going on? It's a little discouraging, but I'm in it for like the whole process. So I'm not looking for these quick results. I want good lasting lifestyle changes. In this season of these 19 weeks, I have a very strict routine that I have to stick to. I have gone out to eat and gone to Starbucks so far and ordered nothing. I just brought my big old water bottle with me, and I was good. Like, I'm good. I'm so determined and set on this. After 2 years of slothfulness, I am so ready to do something hard, and I'm really excited. I decided that I want to document everything. And I have been looking, I think you hear my kids screaming in the background, my apologies, but I love the noise in our home. I was looking all over YouTube. I wanted to hear from people who were first-time bikini bodybuilding competitors, and I wanted to hear directly from them on their experiences and what they learned and what they did. And I did not find a ton of things. And so I decided, normally I am a go through the process of things and share things after I'm on the other side of it. And I decided that I'm going to share with you guys as I'm going through it. And that is very different for me. So I'm going to be trying to pop up a lot of these videos in this series and just take you along for the ride with me. And hopefully you enjoy it. And if you are someone who has had a dream, or you start feeling like this is something you want to do, then hopefully the things that I learn will be helpful to you as I share them. All right, I want to try to really quickly go through some of the questions that I had right at the beginning that I wanted to ask people who had experienced this before and who have done bodybuilding, and not necessarily women who have like been doing it for 10 years and have like competed every year and they have like these memberships, these pro cards and things like that. I wanted to hear from someone who's like just starting out and what they learned in their first year or two, or they've done, 1 or 2 competitions. And I just found a very small amount of information, and I wanted to hear people's opinion. I wanted to be mentored in it. And I just don't think that there's a lot of mentorship in this area. I think you can pay people a ton of money to get information or to get training or to get coaching. And I decided off the bat that I want to do this on my own. I'm not hiring a coach, opposing coach, a trainer, nothing. And I know that I have to start kicking it into high gear because I have to go hard with this. And I have heard of people who are like, I did it fine without a coach. And I've heard people who said, you need to hire a coach. Like, you absolutely need that accountability. You need someone to be able to look at you and see the changes and see what you need to do and direct you on what you need to eat and how much to train and like which ways to train. And I decided I'm going to try it. If I love it after this first time, I can always do it again and I can try it with a trainer. But basically, I want to share everything as I go along and what I learned and what I did wrong and the mistakes I made. And maybe, come October, I will be like, yeah, I should have got a coach. Like, definitely get a coach. And I will be totally honest about that at that point of what I experience. But I really want to document this journey, and I hope that it is helpful to somebody out there who maybe needs this information or wants this information or is just interested in hearing about it. A few of the main questions I had right off the bat was basically if people who were experiencing this sport felt I would be ready in about 4.5, 5 months time, starting where I am. I just wanted to get advice. I had some people who told me no, that it would be better for me to wait to compete next year after I've had a little bit more time, because sometimes it takes a year or two to get your body ready for these competitions. And I am up for a challenge. So I was like, I think I'm going to still stick with my thing here. And I did have some other people who were like, yeah, you can do that. You can do that. Basically, I'm going to be on a very strict, my bad. I'm going to be on a very strict eating plan and exercise plan the entire summer long. And so we're just going to roll with it. We're going to make it happen. We're going to do our best, and we're going to keep learning as we go. In this moment, I feel like, oh my goodness, I have so much progress to make because I still have all of this. If I would be starting at a place where I didn't already have weight to lose, I would feel more, I feel confident, but I would feel more confident if I wouldn't have gained 50 pounds in the past 2 years. Okay, so because I have this, it's like I feel like I have to backtrack and continue to build, but we're going to do it. Another question that I had right off the bat is, what does a daily, weekly workout routine look like for someone who is preparing their body for a bodybuilding competition? What does it look like for eating, and what does it look like for exercise? I just wanted like this snapshot of what I need to do. And after doing research and hearing from a few people, I do think that about 2 hours of exercise a day is recommended, as well as staying under 1,200 calories if you're cutting, and about 1,500 if you're bulking. And so you need to have a cutting time and a bulking time. Cutting is where you're leaning out, bulking is where you're building the muscle. And I had to learn that. And I might even have I might even have that wrong, but I'm just learning it. So I'm just sharing as I go. I am not a professional, okay? So please back up everything I say with your own research and your own looking into. So I know that you need to get a lot of protein every meal. Protein is going to help with that, with building your muscle. And I'm just learning about this. I've done a lot. I had really horrible eczema on my hands. And so I've looked at autoimmune protocol diets for things like that. I've looked at anti-inflammatory diets. I've looked at fertility diets. I've researched so many different ways to eat good, nutritious food and the direction to go in those things in order to provide something for my body and bring health and healing to my body. But I had never looked at this like high protein diet, what it's meant for, what it's supposed to do for you. So I'm just dabbling into that, and I'll hopefully share more as I go along. But you need a very high protein diet for bodybuilding. And right now I'm trying to lose weight. I am trying to stay under 1,200 calories a day. There are some people who will not agree with that. They don't think that's enough each day. I often feel like it's completely tangible because I'm able to eat a good amount of food when it's good, nutritious whole foods and lower calories and preferably high in protein. So I already had a good routine. I wake up at 5 a.m. and 5:07 a.m. is when my alarm goes off. And then I do an hour-long Peloton. It is not like rigorous, but I do work up a sweat, and I am biking the whole time. but I'm trying to work up my endurance and go harder for longer on the Peloton. And then I'll usually do another workout in the morning. I'll either whip out an hour-long workout, or I'll do like a 30-minute strength training routine with weights and arms and things like that. I want to mix in some running as I'm in Minnesota, so it's really cold here a lot of the year. So as it's starting to warm up here in spring, I want to start doing more running. I'm getting like a tension weight machine, and I'll be doing more on that. I do try to do a lot of walking. As a family, we have dinner together every night, and we like to go for walks after. But as long as I'm trying to fit in 2 hours of working out a day, I need to move to the next level of stepping up those workouts that they're a little bit more intense, I feel like, because part of me right now feels like this is too easy and I'm not seeing as much of the progress, but I know I need to stick in it in order to get to that progress. Those are some of the beginning questions that I had and that I got answered first from some people who are willing to give me advice and from the research that I've done. And I am looking forward to seeing how this first week of adding everything in and truly really starting this journey 1 week in. And I'll probably try to give like an update on where I'm at. I will be measuring like my arms and my legs. I'll be measuring myself, and I'm tracking all my food. That was one thing. If I use my FitnessPal to track my food and my exercise. I don't wear a watch or a ring or anything to like track my movement. But I do track the food that I eat, and so I did upgrade. I don't think it's necessary, but I did upgrade to the premium version of my FitnessPal. It's like a year. I did the year-long one, so after a year, I'll assess if I still need it. But for this competition, I just wanted the whole comprehensive view of what my FitnessPal app offered, so that I can just get a clear visual of where I'm at with everything, because I'm still learning. And I will hop in with maybe some of the exercises that I'm doing and an update after. Maybe I'll do like a weekly update and do a whole body scan, and you can see the changes from week to week. But if there's specific things that you would like to see or hear about as I'm doing all of this, please comment about it so that I can make sure I kind of cater these videos to that content. As well as if you have advice for me, if you are someone who has done this before and you have really great information, I would love to hear it. And I really would just love someone to mentor me, just to like come alongside me and do it with me. And like, that is the most beautiful process to me anyways. And my hope is that after I do all of this, that there will be doors open that I could mentor somebody else in this too. And just be a friend and just be there and help them through the process. So there we have it. Thank you for tuning in this week. This is the first questions I had when choosing to try out bodybuilding, to pursue it and go after it and have a blast doing it. So thank you to Christy and Anna, who answered my questions when I reached out. They had both competed before and were so willing to offer me advice and continue to do so. So thank you, ladies. And if you ever see this, and to everybody who has put their experiences on YouTube and on blogs, I have just devoured as much as I could, and I appreciate you guys sharing those things, because I just did not see a lot on this topic, and I just want to speak to people about it so that I can do this well and also do it my way. So thank you guys. Have a great week.